I started like this, but this is my art now. About 12 years ago, I was teaching myself to draw realistic portraits at home. My work now has evolved into surreal paintings. Honestly, the biggest transformation is not even the style, but it's the meaning that comes with the art, and I'll be sharing this with you today. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli the artist, and I'm so glad to have you here. Around me you can see my artwork. I have this painting and I have this painting as well, and I'll be showing you so many paintings of mine in this video and just sharing my journey, how I began, what I do now, and the meaning behind my work. And if you connect with my kind of artwork, you can like and follow my channel. I'm on all major social media platforms and the handle is Feli the artist. This is the story behind Feli the artist. I'm a self-taught artist who was born and raised in Zambia, which is in Central Africa, and now I'm based in the United States. My relationship with art started very early. One of my earliest drawings that I have right now is a drawing which I colored, and this was when I was 3 years of age. I was so excited and obsessed with coloring books. I didn't get to study art in my younger years, but I'd say when I was going into high school, the school I went to offered art classes, and initially I didn't even opt into art class because art was never really generally seen as a viable career. So the first time I walked into the art room, I saw realistic sketches of basketballs on the wall of the art room, and I immediately knew I had to take art. Like, it was such a life-changing experience for me. Till this day I remember that feeling, and at that point I was so amazed, like, how can somebody do this? I could see the reflection of the basketballs. It was just so amazing, and I just knew it wasn't an option. I had to study art. Then on, I completely immersed myself in art class, and I quickly became one of the strongest art students in school. I remember getting art prizes all the time, and I also represented the school in various art competitions. After graduating, pursuing art professionally wasn't really a realistic path. I don't even know of an art school in Zambia. Probably now there are options of doing something artistically, but then at that time it was very limited. So I decided to study a 4-year degree in social sciences. Further on along the way, I even got a master's degree in project management. So I haven't really done anything art-wise. Even as I pursued these other things, art was always something close to me, and it's always been around. So around 10 years ago, it was actually a few years after getting my bachelor's degree, I decided to teach myself how to draw realistic portraits. This is something I don't ever remember doing in high school. We had mostly learned how to do still life drawings. So I had seen some really amazing realistic portraits online somehow, somewhere, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to learn how to do this. I decided to start teaching myself how to draw realistic portraits, and most of the time I practiced just alone in my room or on the dining table, and I didn't even have a mentor, and I guided myself through various lessons. I posted my pictures of my art online, and the support was like so amazing. Most of my friends from high school and just random Facebook people supported me. They commissioned me to do portraits for themselves or for people who they loved, and that's how Feli the artist started her professional art career. Predominantly, I was doing these realistic portraits, I'd say for like 8 years, and it brought a lot of opportunities. It helped me grow my audience, and it helped me connect with many other artists. A few years later, I began teaching myself how to paint, and that changed my relationship with art completely. I feel like this is one of the most important decisions I've made in my art career. I'd say the first time was when I decided to take art classes, and the second time was when I decided to teach myself how to paint, because it has really enhanced my outlook on art. It has really added so much meaning to my art, and I'll get into this, but I'm just stating, like, the main reason I started doing paintings was because I felt drawing was a bit limiting. I didn't have leeway to do what I wanted with the portraits as far as the client's commissions, because clients would always want you to copy and paste exactly what they give you. And of course, the drawings do come out so beautiful, and it's something which is amazing. Like, those were the creative limits I had, and for me it was kind of stifling because I would really want to do so much. This is what kind of motivated me to teach myself how to paint. I wanted my artwork to be more than just being valued based on my ability to replicate, and I'm going to attach my first paintings right here. So initially, when I began painting, my work was more so focused towards replication. Given my background as a portrait artist, that's really where my strength was. So I kept on doing that kind of artwork. Slowly along the way, I'll tweak the references, and that's what opened the door for me to be more creative and more expressive with my works. After about 3 years of painting and even selling my work, I started integrating myself with the art community in Zambia, and I started participating in art exhibitions, which were like group art exhibitions, and I saw the value of paintings that had more meaning rather than just something that came from a reference. So that's how I started connecting my work to things that mattered around me. I started creating paintings which spoke on the challenges that women faced in my community, inclusive, and it aimed to empower and inspire women to continue being better and doing better. So it was just at that inception when I took a hiatus, I'd say. I think I was so overwhelmed with work. COVID came about, and then right at the end of COVID, I got married. I relocated to the United States. So I was kind of figuring myself out as an artist, and then I continued to pursue my inspirations as an artist. But recently I've learned on color theory, and my work has evolved to be more colorful, and I really love it because it allows more people to connect with my art. I continued to teach myself to paint better and to learn, like, to expand my painting skills, to expand my palette. Initially, my palette was mainly grays, white, black, and a hint of a few other colors, such as this painting. It's something I would never have done before. I think that must be one of my most colorful haired painting. I really love how my art has progressed. Just in the past 2-3 years, I would say, I've really taken leaps in my art. I really love having the ability to express myself freely. I love the freedom that comes with painting. Like, there's so many different techniques you can use. There's so many different mediums. It creates so many opportunities for me. And then furthermore, I also love that I'm able to be more expressive with my works if I want. I can be more realistic with my works if I want. I just love having those options and that freedom. And I also love that the value of my work is not entirely locked into the technique only, but the meaning as well. I don't want each piece to just look accurate. I want to give room for feeling, reflection, and personal interpretation. So this is why you find surreal and abstract elements appearing in my work, and these flow naturally in the creative process. Most of what I put in my work is intuition. I guide the work. I have a general theme in how I would love the work to look like, but I always let the work flow in the way it needs to flow. At times things will turn out a little different from what I expect, and I'm okay with that, because at times when you try to control things too much, the artwork can tend to look a little mechanical and forced. My work is themed around elements of self-doubt, which is something which is very common to most of us, identity, emotional resilience. My work is especially connected with women and children because this is something which is more familiar to me, things that I've gone through and people close to me have gone through, and I know people out there do go through. So it's things we should encourage each other about, inspire each other on. So now when I create, I'm less interested in perfection and more interested in honesty. I want the work to reflect a life that we've lived in. I want someone standing in front of a piece to recognize something of themselves inside it, even if they interpret it differently than I do. I don't even aim to tell people what my artwork is about. Each person can draw something specific based on their own experience from the artwork. So honestly, looking back over the last 12 years of me being a professional artist, I think the greatest transformation hasn't just been my artistic growth, but it's also been learning to trust my own voice creatively. My journey has totally changed how I see my art, and I feel more connected to my work now than ever before. Like, I'm literally so excited to come in my art studio and paint every single time. It's just such an amazing experience for me. Right now, the next steps that I'm taking are to have my work available for you guys. A lot of people have been asking how to get my work, and it's something that I've been working on in the background. It's just that there's so much to do, like juggling my personal life, my work life, and then my art life as well. So it's something I'm working on, and I would definitely make my work available as soon as possible. So stay tuned to my channels because I'll definitely be announcing the updates on this. I really love it when you're able to connect with my work, and when my work is able to inspire you to continue being a better version of yourself, and to be greater than the negative voices that might be filling your head or the negative voices around you. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful because my journey has really been influenced so much by the support I've gotten from people right from inception. I really wouldn't even be close to where I am now if people hadn't supported me from the onset. I'm always thankful. So like, follow, subscribe, share as well. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.